How's it going, folks? My name is Alexis, and how's this for an eye-catching start to a video? Looks like I'm in Ed Gein's living room, but don't worry, this is all rubber. I recently answered a Craigslist ad, and it was a gentleman who used to own a costume shop that closed down many years ago, and he was selling off the rest of his stuff. I didn't take home everything, and I took home more than what you see here, which we'll get to, but decent haul, certainly for a Halloween haul in March. It was more than decent, a decent price, and a lot of this stuff is vintage, new old stock, really cool, good shit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. I've got this Dawn Post heart here. This is still tagged 2000 Dawn Post Studios heart. It is latex. It is stiffening a little bit, but it's got some stuffing in there, so this great Dawn Post latex heart prop. I don't know if this is also Dawn Post or not, but more of a cow heart here, not tagged, but good shape. Pretty gnarly. All this stuff is going to come very much in handy for my home haunt for the 2026 season. This great Dawn Post, again, tagged, year 2000, brain, just about life size. Pretty gross. And yes, in fact, I walked away with two of them. Ooh, this is a much later piece. Most of this stuff is from the early 2000s, but this is, I'd assume, 2010s. Dawn Post right arm. You can see this is actually from a Spirit. I think this is actually vinyl as opposed to latex. But it's in perfect shape, nice and sturdy, no cracking, no rotting. Then we've got some heads here. This is again another Spirit Halloween piece, Hidden Illusions, MB head this end, no clue. If you frequented Spirit Halloween in the early 2010s, I'm sure you remember this guy. He hangs upside down, and yeah, he is vinyl, not latex, so he's in perfect shape. And then we've got three of these Dawn Post severed heads. This one's in decent condition. The latex is not perfect. He's a little dirty. I did wipe him down. But the latex is starting to harden on his neck stump. But not too bad overall. Then, same story with this guy. The latex is hardening a little. He is dirty, but I rubbed him down with disinfectant wipes. So he's doing alright. And, different story on this one. He is in absolutely perfect new old stock condition. Not a dent on him. The latex is nice and pliable all over. The foam inside is very sturdy. Still tagged with the original price sticker, $48.95. 2000 Dawn Post Studios Incorporated. Good shit. So these are just cheapy, like Walgreens legs, but you know, I grabbed them, of course. Just this sort of plastic foot with a foam leg and a fake pant leg. And I got two of them, because, you know, you need two legs. And last but not least, two more legs. Again, tagged and bagged with the original price sticker, year 2000 Dawn Post legs. I believe these are vinyl, not latex, and I don't think they have any stuffing in them. Still bagged, still tagged, perfect new old stock condition. Don't see that every day. And then I've got this really fantastic late 1990s Cinema Secrets Halloween FX Witch. I believe she was part of the Cinema Secrets Downsized series, which were child-sized masks. Very simplistic sculpts, very simple paint jobs, but so classic, so 90s, so Halloween. She is in absolutely perfect shape, no flaws at all, still tagged, new old stock, beautiful, beautiful piece. And then for something completely different, the infamous Elusive Concepts Michael Myers from Halloween. One of the very first officially licensed Myers masks ever produced, I think in 98 or 99. Mario Chiodo of Elusive Concepts, exceptional artist, extremely talented, some of the best monster designs ever he sculpted. Then he did this. Part of me would have to wonder if maybe he knocked this out in 10 minutes and he was very upset at the time, or maybe an intern did it for him. I couldn't tell you, but it is a collector's item. It is vintage. It's in perfect shape. It was still in the original shipping bag, still tagged, and kind of puts in perspective how good we've got it these days with Trick or Treat Studios. But there we are, the infamous Elusive Concepts Myers. And this beautifully gruesome piece over here is a Death Studios Hanged Man prop. This is not actually a wearable, latex Halloween mask. It is just a prop, a nice thick latex, exceptional sculpt, exceptional paintwork, the whole 9 yards. Of course, handmade in the USA by Jeff Death himself. Really beautiful piece, very classic Romero sort of zombie character. And for some more zombie goodness via Death Studios, here we've got a prop simply called The Dead. To me, this is one of the all-time classic, best ever zombies produced by Death Studios. As you'd expect, fantastic paintwork, nice thick pull of latex, exceptional sculpt, but man, to me, he is just really, really special. I think Death Studios makes and has made the best zombies ever, as far as like Halloween masks. I can't sing higher praises. I really can't. This guy is not super over the top mutilated or anything, but, very sort of desecrated, rotted look to him. The chewed up mouth, the chewed up nose, the head wounds, the very spooky, empty eye sockets. To me, he's got an Italian vibe to him, like the Lucio Fulci Zombie or Burial Ground, one of those classic 70s, 80s Italian zombie flicks. As you've gleaned, I'm sure by now, from watching my channel, I'm all about sort of 80s and 90s Halloween stuff. To me, it's just so timeless. This guy just screams Halloween. And yeah, I walked away with 2 of them. And last, but certainly not least here, for my Halloween haul in March, I've got this fantastic Dawn Post Hanging Ghoul. Tagged 2001 Dawn Post Studios, and he was literally, completely, absolutely new old stock. He was brand new, still sealed in tape in his box. And I actually walked away with 2 of them. There's his brother, still entombed in cardboard and plastic wrap. A really fantastic sculpt on his head there. I'd assume sculpted by Mario Chiodo of Elusive Concepts. Certainly has that vibe about it. And you can see the hands, great hands. And I've got him holding these smaller Paper Magic Group hanging ghouls just to complete the look. Couldn't be happier. I mean, he is so fantastic. And I got 2 of them. I will certainly be using both at my home hunt this year. So excited to figure out a spot for them. And that'll just about do it for today's video. My Halloween haul in March. In this day and age with Mercari and eBay and Facebook Marketplace, the whole 9 yards, I can't stress enough how cool it was that I answered this Craigslist ad. The guy says he owned a Halloween store. Go to his house, go to his basement, and there's just boxes and boxes of cool old Halloween stuff. A lot of costumes and masks. I took home pretty much the cream of the crop, but he had a lot more stuff. I feel very fortunate that I was able to grab all this stuff, and at a good price too. And yes, I am aware that it is April now. I'm releasing this video in April. I'm shooting this outro, editing the video in April. So I'm a little behind schedule. However, it worked out pretty well because yesterday I answered a Craigslist ad. You might see where I'm going with this. And for $200 I took home boxes and boxes and boxes full of really cool Halloween decor. So do stay tuned for my Halloween haul in April video, which hopefully I'll have out in the next couple weeks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you again, and bye-bye for now.